the Manhattan Detention Complex in the superpowered subdivision. Mary is visiting her husband in prison. She is out on parole. She is telling Crusher Creel her plans for when he gets out, about them moving away and getting far, far away from the Avengers. Crusher remembers the old days of the two of them and all their escapades. The Absorbing Man and Titania. Once again, they will return to their glory. She shuts him down immediately. Tells him that's it. Once he gets out, Titania and the Absorbing Man are through. No more. They will not go back to a life of crime. She fights him and makes him promise and makes him say it, that they are finished. No more crime in their future. After she leaves, she hears from afar, "Titania, are you staying out of trouble?" It's She-Hulk walking up to her. She-Hulk is leaving the police station after visiting one of her clients. Titania is super upset because she feels that She-Hulk has no idea how it is when you get out of prison. That when you go to get a job and everyone knows your past and knows the supervillain that you were, how difficult it really is. Once she breaks it down for her, She-Hulk actually feels bad for Titania. She explains to her that she works for an organization that can help ex-cons get jobs. It won't be anything amazing, but it's a job. But Titania refuses, being very stubborn, saying she will never take help from her. She will never take help from Jennifer. She tells her just to leave her alone. But reluctantly, she takes the job as a bodyguard at a local pawn shop. The owner is a tool and just brags to customers and his girlfriend that he has an ex-villainess working under him as his hired muscle. All of a sudden, 3 thugs burst right into the door, but she takes these 3 out with no problem. After a large explosion, the owner blames her for what happened, saying that she set up the 3 thugs and they work for her. And she explains, why would I hire 3 thugs for me to come in and beat up? But she used her powers, and that's a violation of her parole. So all of a sudden, Luke Cage and Iron Fist show up to take her in for violating parole. She tries to explain what happened, tells them to call She-Hulk and say, she set me up with this job. She'll vouch for me. But Luke has no choice but to try to bring her in. Out of nowhere, the owner rolls up and starts calling her a thief and saying that she robbed him. So Luke and Iron Fist, who are there to take her in, keep trying to get her to come with them. Luke grabs her, but her sudden reflexes, she grabs him and slams him to the floor. She quickly tries to apologize to Cage, but it's too late. Here comes Iron Fist. But Iron Fist won't listen to her either. So she has no choice but to put him into the wall. Out of nowhere, the Hood appears to help rescue Titania. She tries to tell him, no, I don't need your help, stop. But the Hood does not listen. He wraps her in his cloak and poof, they are whisked back to his lair. He mentions to her that he is forming a team of supervillains. But she knows that he has had many failed teams in the past, so she wants nothing to do with it. She informs him of her and Carl's future plans without crime in their life. He quickly laughs and responds and tells her the Absorbing Man will never go for that. He would go completely nuts. He explains that she really only has one option. She needs to just join the team because after she attacked Cage and Iron Fist, it's just a matter of time before some random rookie hero with too much power loses control and she gets killed. He then brings up the fact that he can make sure that her and Carl will never have any money troubles again. Then he explains his plan. His plan is to break into Asgard. He says all good armies need weapons and Asgard's stocked up. So he takes her in the other room and introduces her to the rest of the team. This is a very unique team, consisting of Thunderball from the Wrecking Crew, the new and improved Enchantress, Eric O'Grady the Black Ant, and the Mad Thinker. He leaves her and tells her to get along with everyone else, and the Hood is off. Back in the jail, the 3 thugs that attacked the pawn shop are sitting in their cell, complaining that big villains such as Dr. Doom never have to be in jail. They always get out, and they always get off it easy. When out of nowhere, the Hood poofs into the cell and shoots all 3 guys down in cold blood. Sorry, boys, but Titania can never know that I set her up to fail. Wouldn't want to upset my newest prisoner. Thank you guys very much for tuning into my recap and review of Illuminati #1. This book was written by Joshua Williamson, and the art was done by Sean Crystal. Now, let's break down the art first of all. I really did enjoy this art. It's got that sketchy kind of feel to it, but it's very unique. And I really liked how the art itself flowed really, really well with the story. I just felt the two worked so well together, it just made the story that much better. Now for the story, I love the story. I think this is a great concept. Replacing the old Illuminati, which was consisted of some of the most powerful heroes to ever exist, and replacing it with a group of D-level villains. This is actually a really cool concept. And getting to see the entire story from the eyes of Titania, that is such an awesome concept. I would have never thought of that. But guys, this book, all in all, was freaking amazing. I do suggest you guys go pick up this run. It is awesome. I can't wait to do number 2, and I will be doing the second issue as a recap and review. But guys, let me know what you guys thought about my recap and review of Illuminati number 1. I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. All in all, I thought it was a great book and a fun read. And it didn't feel like you needed to know a ton of backstory before jumping into the story. Someone brand new could pick this up and enjoy it just as much as someone that's been reading comics for 20 years. But guys, let me know what your favorite part of this story was and what you thought about the book itself down in the comments down below. If you ever have any books, new or old, that you'd like to see me do a recap and review of on this channel, make sure to put them down in the comments down below, guys, and I will get to them for you. As always, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe to keep up on this story and all the other ones I do. And remember, guys, support your local comic shops and go pick this title up there. And remember, never stop reading comics. If you liked the video you just saw, make sure you rate it with that big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you can check out all the other nerdy videos we have just like this one.